When you are classifying triangles, there are two things to look at. You may classify based on the angles of the triangles and based on the sides. If you're looking at the angles, you're going to decide if the triangle is acute, meaning there's three angles less than 90 degrees, obtuse, meaning there's one angle greater than 90 degrees, or a right triangle has exactly one right angle, or based on its sides. An isosceles triangle will have two sides that are the exact same measure. Equilateral triangle will have three sides that are the exact same measure, and scalene has three sides that are all different. The other thing we could write under angles is equiangular. As we look at our first picture, this triangle has all three sides marked the same, so yes, it is equilateral. And we talked about theorems early on and said they are always true. And there's one that says if a triangle is equilateral, then it is equiangular. Likewise, the converse is true. If a triangle is equiangular, then it is equilateral. On this triangle to the right, you have a side that's 3, a side that's 4, and you have a perpendicular mark. That is a right triangle. And if you know your Pythagorean theorem, you will easily be able to figure out the length of that side. I'm going to give you a hint in a minute, so I'm going to move on. Just below the green triangle is a blue triangle. Two sides are marked congruent, and two angles are marked congruent. So right away we know that's an isosceles triangle. There is a theorem that says if two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite those two sides are also congruent. Likewise, the converse of that is true. If a triangle has two congruent angles, then the sides opposite the angles are congruent. So that one is isosceles. And our last one here has three lengths completely different from each other, so that's a scalene triangle. And later on we'll learn that there are side and angle relationships, so the smallest angle will be across from the shortest side. I know that's my smallest angle. And the largest angle in that triangle will be across from the longest side, longest angle. And my angle in the middle will be across from the middle length side. If I put 2.5, 3, and 4.4 together, that would be my middle angle. Think about French fries. They come in small, medium, and large. Your sides will, and your angles will.